Okay. In the last session, we stopped at a point where we were talking about data flow in SAP FICO. So let's put same point. Data flow in SAP FICO. From the data flow list, what is the first point that we talked about?
Business requirement.
Business requirement.
First point was business requirement. Based on the business requirement, what is next?
Configuration.
Based on the requirement, we have something called as configuration. After configuration,
Master data.
master data. After master data,
Transactional data.
it is transaction data. Right. Next,
Reports.
reports. After this,
Support.
support. At this moment, let us talk until here. Once we are clear here, the remaining points you can easily understand. Now here, let us highlight certain points. This is your configuration. These three are different. Again, this is something different. Overall, how many colors we put here?
Two colors.
Two only, meaning wherever you put blue color, this is consultant activity. Whose activity? Consultant. This is also consultant, meaning as a FICO consultant, we need to maintain config or not?
Yes.
As a FICO consultant, we have to maintain configuration, first point. Second point, as a FICO consultant, are we supposed to provide support or not?
Yes, we need to provide some.
Right? We need to provide, meaning configuration is a direct FICO consultant activity plus support is also direct FICO consultant activity. Now, in between whatever you have, master, transaction, report, whose activity is this to use? End user,
Business user.
right? End user or business activity. In short, your client. Clear these points? Understood?
It's
Okay. Now, what we need to do, but is configuration direct activity or before config anything is there?
Business requirement.
Gathering the requirements.
Right, you have something called as business requirement before config. In short, it is representing you are not supposed to maintain the config directly, right? Meaning in any project, if you look at, nowhere you will maintain a direct configuration. Every configuration is strictly based on business requirement. Meaning, if you know the configuration, it is not okay. It's not okay. I know the config, I know this, that, and all. Doesn't matter, doesn't work out in a project. Here, the only point is whether you know the requirement or not. Whether you understood the business requirement or not is the point. If you know the requirement, if you understand the requirement, you can even Google the configuration. Yes or no?
Yes.
If you understood the requirement, this configuration process and all, you can Google it. No problem. But if you know the configuration, but you do not know the business requirement, can you Google business requirement?
no, it is not possible.
Right? You cannot Google business requirement. Meaning, if you take a simple example, assuming that I am working as a cab driver. I'm working as a cab driver, and then you booked my cab. And then I came to you to provide my services, right? Driver service. And you told that you wanted to go to a specific location. Maybe you wanted to go to a mall, you wanted to go to office, you wanted to go to a function, XYZ. Now, does it mean First thing what I need to do, I need to get your requirement, right? Your requirement is what? Your drop location. Correct or not?
Yes, drop and pickup location.
No, I came to you.
Okay.
I came to you. Now I need to get the requirement from you that where you want to take a drop. Accordingly, I need to go. Meaning what I need to do, I have two things here. Point number one, I may not be aware of everything, so I can use my Google map, right or wrong?
Yes.
Right? Now, what is my requirement here? Drop location is my requirement. If I get to know this is the drop location, let's say go to so and so hospital, go to so and so office, go to so and so function hall, go to so and so location and all. That is my requirement. Once I get the requirement, I don't need to tell you whether I know the route or I don't know the route, right? What I'll do, I'll simply place Google map and then I'll happily drive. Yes or no?
Yes.
Otherwise, if I open scanner, if I scan your face, does scanner tell, okay, this person has to go to some other location?
No.
Can I Google please suggest me? I will show a photo. By looking at this photo, can you tell me where I need to drop this person? Will Google help?
No.
Anybody else will help? There is no way, right? The only solution is you have to get requirement from the customer, right or wrong? There is no other second person involvement. Once you get the requirement from the customer, to understand the requirement, you can use any third party help. That is okay. That is allowed, accepted everywhere. But your focus must be on getting the requirement, understanding the requirement. Understood or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Right? Assuming that you're running a hotel now, and then I came to your hotel. Now again, you have to take my requirement, what I want to eat. Correct or not correct?
Yeah, yes, correct.
You have so many items, and now I came to you, and you need to guess. You cannot guess, right? You need to come and ask me, what do you want to have? What do you want to eat? Then I may be telling you, okay, I need XYZ item. It doesn't matter whether you know how to prepare it or you don't know how to prepare it. It is immaterial. First, get my requirement, take my order. Once you get my requirement, once you take my order, go inside the kitchen, open YouTube, how to prepare XYZ item, and then you do it and then bring it. Simple or not? Right or wrong?
Right.
But though in front of me, don't reveal that actually I know only these three items. Please choose only one item from these three. I will walk out, right? I'll go to another hotel. Yes, no.
Yes.
Meaning certain things you are not supposed to showcase or project in front of the client. They will not ask whether you know, you do not know. It's immaterial for them because it is represented by the brand, right? Your company is taking the ownership to deliver the project.
Yes.
Right or wrong? If you are not able to work, they will bring somebody who can work on it. Simple. And you don't think as if you're the owner of the company. If I don't know, nobody can do it. Don't think like that. If you're unable to do, they'll bring somebody else. Things will not stop. Things will happen only. And you have to be very practical. And don't expose yourself stating that I know this only, I did not work on it. Who is asking you that? Nobody will ask. Nobody will ask that. Everybody just wants to ensure that when they give the requirement, you get the requirement, you understand the requirement in a correct way, and don't have any misunderstanding, don't have any confusion in the requirement, and later on do not make any mistakes. This is the only point that they want. Now, to talk about the requirement, to understand the requirement, basic level of knowledge is sufficient, because you are now going to do the practice and all, right, for next 4 months, 5 months. When you start practicing all this kind of thing, this is how you need to practice, this is how you need to think, move forward. Then what will happen? You feel, yes, this is what is allowing me to understand what exactly is SAP FICO, how requirements will come in a project, how we will be working in a project. There are two situations. Situation number one, topic where you know what is to be done. Situation number two, topic where you do not know what is to be done. Right or wrong? Two possibilities. One way we know what to do, the other way we do not know what to do. And you should be smart enough to handle both situations. Meaning that is what is your consulting skill, that is what is your consulting technique, and you have to pay attention on it. If you pay attention on it, you will be in a position to manage, survive, work in any kind of a project all over the world. If this technique, if this consulting skill set is missing, sometimes you will work, sometimes you will not work. It keeps on fluctuating. One day you feel confident, other day you feel depressed. Some other day you feel that I don't know, you will be scared, I don't know what will happen, I don't know this. Today there is a meeting, some ticket is there, this is there, that is there. Let us not get into this situation. Have kind of a skill set, knowledge in such a way that you can handle any kind of requirement, you can handle any client in the project. Now, when you talk about business requirement here, business requirement majoritarily related to business process, right or wrong?
Yeah.
Right? I will give my requirement as my business process only, right?
Yes.
I will not give anything innovatively, meaning whatever we are currently doing in the company, same thing I will tell you, same thing I want you to do it in SAP. In case if I see there are any problems in the current process, I will tell you, currently these are the problems which you are facing. Please fix this problem. Please make sure these issues will not come in SAP. This is where we are currently doing a manual entry. This is where we are preparing a manual report. This reconciliation we are doing, or we are getting a report but it is not accurate. Data doesn't come as and when we want it. To prepare the data, it takes 2 days for us to wait. They will tell all the problems that they are facing in the current system, all the control points because of which they are facing problem also they will tell. Our users are posting entries, but user can post any entry. There is no restriction. AP user can post AR entry, AR user can post a GL entry. Please make sure this won't come. They'll tell all the problems whatever they are currently facing, and you need to ask and you need to understand them. Very, very important. Right? Once you get all this information, you need to document it. You need to make a rough requirement document and get this requirement document confirmed by the user. Why you need to get the requirement document confirmed by the user? Because now I told you the process, I told you my requirement, problems and all today. Maybe you spent with me the whole day from morning 9 o'clock to evening 4 o'clock. After 4 o'clock, we said that, okay, my requirement is completed. Please ensure that everything is working fine and all. I'll tell you. You said that, don't worry, I'll take care. By the time you go home, you may forget everything. Possible. Or half you remember, half you forget. Anything could be the possibility. You need to ensure process whatever you understood, you document it. Maybe as a minutes of meeting, as a current process, or as is process, you document it and then send it back to the user, asking them to, can you please check and confirm if the discussed process is currently documented. What the user will do, user will check, user will confirm, yes, the process whatever is listed in the document is correct. Now you can feel that, yes, I think my current process is correct. Then you work on the proposed document or proposed solution. In short, solution document or to be document. Here you put for every process whatever you discussed, write what would be the relevant or appropriate SAP process. When you're writing relevant or appropriate SAP process, there may be one or two approaches for everything. You put what you're going to propose. This is you're proposing a solution to the client based on the requirement. You document the solution document, send it to the client, and client will choose, okay, which is solution they want. For certain thing, it's a straightforward. For certain thing, there may be one or two ways. You tell the client, and then accordingly client will tell, okay, I think let's go with this approach. Let's go with the other approach. Then you get that document also reviewed. Similarly, if you're talking about business requirement, is it from a single user or is it from a multiple user?
Multiple users of this.
Multiple users.
Right? When you're talking about business requirement, it is from multiple user. Why multiple user? Because from a business process point of view, there are different modules, right? You have GL, you have AP, you have AR, and so on. Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Right? You have different sub module. What you need to do, you need to ensure from every sub module you have different user, talk to different user, write down the process, and then send that particular process document only to that particular user. If I am from a GL, I gave my requirement in GL, you document only GL process, send it to me, ask me to confirm. Similarly, somebody is from AP, you document AP, send AP document to AP user, because I am not supposed to know other process. Correct or not?
Yeah, yes.
Right? If somebody is working in GL, are they supposed to know other process or not?
Not supposed to other.
Not.
Right? They are not supposed to know other process. Meaning, you need to know that, okay, in a business, in an organization, there are restrictions, limitations. When we know that there are restrictions, there are limitations, you need to understand and then act accordingly. Otherwise, we may work, but we may not be in a position to work in effective way, right? That effectiveness should be there whenever you create or whenever you work in any project. Here, once you get this requirement, you need to document the requirement and then try to understand the current requirement, current process. Accordingly, prepare a solution document or to be document. Get this solution document, get this to be document acknowledged or confirmed by the user, by the respective department user, AP, AR, GL, and all. Once this is done, that is when you do the config. Meaning, this is majoritarily called as realization phase of a project. Which one? Your config majoritarily happen at which stage?
Realization.
It is realization phase. When we talk about realization phase, you need to know what exactly will happen there. Accordingly, you start feeling comfortable, confident. Else, what will happen? We end up straight away getting into system, configuring the system, which will never happen in any project. Okay. Now, here, based on the requirement, you need to make documents, and based on the document, you do the config. Till here, is it clear now, collectively?
Yeah, clear, sir.
At least at a basic level, you have a clarity, right? We will do all this practically, but before we get into practical, at least in a generic way, you need to have a basic level of understanding. Now that is there. Meaning, load in your mind stating that config is not a direct activity in any project. At least that point is understood for everyone.
Yes.
In any project, we will not maintain direct configuration. Configuration is maintained only with the help of requirement. Right? Once this is there, you will do the config. Whatever config you will do, you need to do a testing. What you need to do? You have to do the testing. Let's say I did something, I need to see if it is correct or not. I need to check if it is okay or not. You got my point? For that, you need to do a testing. There are two types of testing. One is UT, another one is what? UAT. What is UT?
User acceptance test.
UT.
Unit testing.
Mm.
Unit
UT is nothing
testing.
but unit testing. UAT is nothing but
User acceptance testing.
UAT is nothing but user acceptance testing. Now UT is done by who?
Consultant.
Is done by
UT is done
consent.
by the consultant. UOT,
User.
End user.
Like
Acceptance with end user.
right? UAT will be done by the UAT will be done by the business user or by the client. UT will be done by the consultant, right? Correct or not? UT by consultant,
Yes, sir.
UAT by user. Okay. Now here, before you do the configuration, you need a confirmation from the user or not?
Yes.
Without user process, without user confirmation on the process, yes, this is correct. Can you start your config or you cannot?
No.
You cannot start your configuration without getting the requirement from the user and without confirming the requirement from the user. Point number one. Clear? Or any confusion here?
No.
Clear, right? Similarly, once your config is completed, you need to get tested again.
Yes.
You again need to get it tested by the user by way of UAT or user acceptance testing. Meaning before config,
Yes,
user
sir.
confirmation is required. After config also, user confirmation is required. Is this point understood? Or if you have any question?
Sir, can you add the server types also?
That
Which
I will
server?
elaborate as we move forward. Now we are
Okay.
discussing at a very high level, so that
Okay.
key points will get into our mind, and then when we elaborate, you will directly connect what is what.
Okay.
how the confirmation is taken actually.
Email confirmations.
Okay.
Okay, all this I will write. I'll write detailed points in an Excel sheet in the coming sessions. But before that, if we understand at a basic level, when we write the points, by reading it within the session, you will get clarity, right? That should be the expectation. Not that I will tell today, you will read it tomorrow. It is all future only, right? So let us not get into future. Let's ensure within the session you feel comfortable. So target in that way. Am I clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now, one point that you'll have to understand, before doing the config, you need user confirmation. After doing a config, also you need user confirmation.
Yes.
Meaning straight away, can I go do config or I cannot?
No.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No.
Strictly no. So far, not so far, maybe in general, whenever somebody wants to practice SAP FICO, what they do? Directly look at the configuration, go do the config, right? No requirement, nothing.
Requirement is need.
In a generic way, not in project, during
Ah.
your learning and all.
Yeah.
Directly, what we will do,
Directly
we will see
go
the,
on con.
yes, directly you will go do the configuration. And if you get any problem, if you get any error, that is where we think why this error is coming. We start asking Google, right or wrong?
Yes, correct.
Right, doing I'm getting this error, that error, and then we are completely depending on Google or somebody else. You're depending on Google or somebody else, but is Google asking any cross question? What is your requirement? Or Google directly giving you the solutions?
Yes, correct.
Direct solution.
Right? Google is directly giving a solution without knowing the problem. How can you give a solution? Not possible, right? Because Google cannot think. Yes or no?
Yes.
Google is blindly giving answers whatever it wants, but it is not giving one answer. It is giving so many web pages, so many results. And whoever is paying money to Google, their page Google will display on the top, right or wrong?
Yes.
Okay. Got it.
Yes, sir.
Right? Don't directly believe, okay, Google, I Googled it, this is coming first. Google has got some AdWords. Not bad words, AdWords, AD. Okay, so what this will do? Now, even if you look anything, any website you go, even if you go to OLX and all, if you try searching for something, you will find some other product on the top, right? Even if you go to Amazon, if you search some product, some other product will come on top, same features, correct or not? Anybody noticed?
Yeah, correct. Ajay.
You observe next time. All these are your observations when you're learning, so that when you're in a project, you will get to know what is happening in a company. At this moment, we are least bothered about all these things, right? But you need to observe, pay attention on every point, because everything is a learning for you. Tomorrow, to understand the business process, requirement, to talk to client and all these points are mandatory. Okay. Now, next, what you need to do, once you are ensuring that, yes, I am now able to do the configuration, your configuration is referring to what? A requirement,
Business.
right? Your configuration is referring to business requirement, and then understanding of business requirement. Once your business requirement is clear and then understood, you need to ensure you test it. Sorry, you need to ensure you configure it. When you configure it, you need to make sure you test it, that it is done properly.
Yes.
Right? Meaning, if my requirement is there, I need to make sure in the requirement, I will be having certain key points, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
I will give requirement as a simple, okay, we are using this, but within that requirement, I will be having some special requirements. You need to make a note. Again, you take a simple example. Let's say you are again a driver, or I am again a driver. Let's say I am going to a function. I'm going to a function. I booked a cab or I booked a taxi, and then I told the driver, okay, please stop when you find any gift gallery shop. I need to buy this one, or also shop at a flower shop. I need to buy a bouquet. Now, can I directly go, or I need to be I need to be careful while driving?
You have to be careful.
If we
I have
know,
to be
then
careful.
we can directly
Careful
go.
driving.
I need to be very careful because I don't know where I will get that shops, right? Suddenly I have to take a U-turn. Maybe I have to go park somewhere. Possible or not?
Yes.
I am going at a nice speed. I'm on the other side of the lane. The other side there is a shop, and if the customer telling, please stop here. Now I may not be able to stop at this moment, right or wrong.
Yes.
You're getting my point?
Yeah.
Similarly, if I say that you're again in a hotel, and then I gave my requirement, then I told that, okay, you bring so and so item, then I would have given some instructions to you, right? Okay, I have allergy of XYZ product. Please make sure I don't eat chili. Don't put green chili in it. Now you need to make a note. Go and pass it on to the master. Right? And then I may tell that you put this extra, that extra, and all. Now, by the time I get my food, if my points are not considered, will I accept the order?
No.
Product is the same, but my requirement is not fulfilled, right? Minute lines are there. These minute lines is where you need to pay attention, especially when you're in a project, because everywhere it is a GL, AP, AR, cash, bank, asset. Correct or not?
Yes.
When you go inside, that's where you feel the difference. That is what you need to understand. But what everybody will do, I know GL, I know AP, I know AR. They know GL, they know AP, they know AR. Everything is correct from SAP configuration point of view. But this is not the point, right? Point is what? Configuration or business process?
Client
Business
requirement.
first. Business requirement.
Your
Business.
point is business requirement or business process. If you're clear, only then you are clear. Otherwise, you are not clear. If you feel that, yes, I am good at configuration of XYZ product, it is useless. Your config will never allow you to understand the process, but your process will allow you to get the configure,
Yes.
right? You get my requirement, and then you go Google it. Google will show something, different topics and all. Open different topics, open different websites, XYZ things and all. Then see what is what. You get to know at least some basic fundamental. Meaning you have to work in a smart way when you're in any project. Don't directly think, okay, let me go to this document. I have my recording videos, I have my config document. Nothing will work in your project, because in the project you need data immediate basis. Client will be talking to you online and they will ask something or they show some error XYZ. You need to respond on the spot. At that situation, what will you do? Can you Google? No, right? Now you have to react, respond on a timely basis or not. Sometimes you don't even get time, right? In that situation, you may have to Google it in a very quick manner. Not like leisurely you will Google and search which one to refer and all. That way it won't work. Sometimes you may be visiting the client location. You may be in a meeting, maybe with your client, maybe with your manager, team and all. Some point is raised where you need to respond, where you need to talk. At that moment, can you open your recording notes, Google? Will that work?
No.
No, right? You need to consider all these situations and then put your effort accordingly. So that tomorrow, when you come across this situation, you can perform. Understood? Otherwise, now we can feel happy. Okay, this is all very simple. I'm able to do it and all. But in the project, you will see the real picture. Because that is where you need to perform, right? That is where you need to prove your knowledge, experience, skill set. What needs to be done, how you need to do it is what, if you understand properly, it will give good clarity. Otherwise, it will create a problem. Clear? First 2 points. Requirement config is clear, right? Here, let me put, before we do the configuration, we must get the business requirement. What you'll have to get before config?
Business requirement.
Business requirement. We also need test cases or test scripts from the business process. Clear?
What is it? What is the test case?
Now I gave the requirement. Based on my requirement, what you will do?
Test in the system.
You will do the config, right?
Configuration.
After config, what you will do? Testing, unit testing, UAT.
Yes.
How will you test if you don't know the test case? You should know what to test, right?
Okay.
Understood or not?
You mean
Yes.
real-time scenarios, like say?
Yeah, we'll write every point. But before that, we just wanted to know the basic level, high level points we know. And then when I go a little detail into it, you can connect what is what. Okay. I will elaborate all the points with practical examples. Right. First, you need to get the requirement, and then you also need to get a test case, a test script from the business process, and then you maintain config. Then what? We do the configuration. And then we need to test the system. Why you need to test the system? To ensure that whatever you have done is working fine, right?
Yes.
And because you did something and you need to ensure it is working fine or not. You got the difference or any confusion here?
No.
Clear it? You take
Clear.
simple example. Let's say somebody visited your house, or I only visited your house. You say you invited me, that I came to you to meet you. Then find that we sit, we talk, and then you asked me whether I want coffee or I want tea. I said that okay, I want tea. You will get tea for me, right or wrong?
Yeah,
Before
yes.
you give tea, will you taste it or not? Whether sugar is okay and all.
True.
Correct?
Yeah,
Or you'll
correct.
directly give it to me?
No, before give.
You will test it to ensure that okay, sugar is okay, tea powder is okay, is milk there or more water is there? Because you wanted to ensure you deliver the right content to me, or you deliver it in a proper situation that I will tell it's very good, right?
Yeah.
Whether tea is nice or not nice, that's a second point, but I have to tell you it's very good tea. My cup will tell whether it is good or not, right? If it is good, cup will be empty. If it is not good, cup still contains tea. Possible or not?
Yes.
I'm not at home to say that no, sugar is less and all, right? Also, I'm not at hotel to say that this is not there, that is not there. I cannot complain. Possible or not?
Yes.
Meaning, depending on the situation, you have to act, you have to react. Don't consider everything is the same. Situation to situation, everything will differ. Correct or not? Slowly, we have to start understanding, recollecting all this. All these are our day-to-day real life cases or not. Similar things as it is will happen in any project. Right? Now, next, what you need to do, meaning before you ask whether I need tea or coffee, I may not be able to tell everything, right? And you cannot ask me everything. Do you have sugar? I will be surprised all of a sudden with this question, correct or not?
Yeah, yeah.
Right? You're not supposed to ask me whether you have sugar. Why you're asking me sugar? No, if I know, so that accordingly I can put less sugar or more sugar. It's not a question to be asked, right? Yes, no. Meaning, when
Yes.
you're in a meeting with any client, you should know what to talk, you should know what you should not talk. You should know what you can ask, you should know what you cannot ask. Sometimes people will get overexcited, right? Right or wrong?
Yes.
All these things will happen. Literally, these things will happen in a project. I'm just telling an example, sugar and all, but not like sugar and all. Similar way, I mean to say that you have to connect it to the dot, to the point. So you need to get the requirement, but in a different way, right? You need to ask me, you want normal sugar or more sugar, correct or not?
Yeah.
Ask, get the requirement, but not directly by asking a question. Ask it in a different way. Even if you go to any tea shop, right, on the roads, the street, you get so many tea shops, right? If you order one tea or one coffee, they ask with sugar or without sugar, but nobody will ask you have any sugar, diabetic and all, right?
Yes.
Meaning the way you put question is also important. The way you get the requirement is also important, right? Now, for you to test the system, you need a test case. For you to get a test case, you need to understand the process. Meaning everything is interlinked or everything is independent.
Interlinked, sir.
Interlinked.
Everything is interlinked, right? When we say that everything is interlinked, you need to make sure you understand every point from the beginning in a proper way. It takes a little time for us to understand because all these are nowhere related to system, right? All these are theoretical points, your basic level of understanding on the system before you log into the system. If these points are clear, if we have basic level of understanding on these things, you will not face any problem in the system. Otherwise, except configuration, we know nothing, because our mind also will only talk about config, material for configuration, document for config is what we look for. But when you understand things properly, you will least bother about the config. You don't even consider about it. Because now you understood, I can get it from anywhere, right? Configuration. And your understanding is more important on the requirement. Reason, in any project, every day there is a meeting. If you're working in any implementation project, there is a meeting, there is a team meeting, stand-up call, scrum meeting on a daily basis. Anybody heard a team meeting or status meeting, status call,
Yeah,
scrum
yeah.
meeting?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
These
Sir.
meetings will be there on a daily basis. Every day there will be a meeting. Maybe one time in the morning, one time in the evening. All that you need to do is your project manager will be there or your delivery head, somebody will be there. They will be asking the status because they wanted to make sure project is going on a timely basis, right? There won't be any delay. There is no problem. To ensure all these are happening, you need to ask when somebody says that, okay, tell me how are we progressing in FICO? Is everything is okay? Any showstopper? Any issues that you foresee? Do you need any support, any help? They literally ask in the call or meeting. Can you tell I have a problem? We will not tell, right? Everything is okay, it's all happening because we have a hope. I have Google, I have ChatGPT, I have my material XYZ. We feel that okay, somewhere something or other thing I'll do, I'll manage it. This is what majority will strike our mind in that situation. But in general, nothing will help you out. At the last minute, you feel that I think I'm not able to do it. I'm not getting any information. I'm getting some issues, some problem, which I'm not able to figure out. Last minute, if you say that this is where I'm stuck and all, anybody will get angry on you. Nobody will be happy because they're asking every day. But if you're telling every day, there is no problem. At the last minute, you're telling there is a problem. And that too, why you're telling? Because of this, some other module data may be held, may be stuck. Mostly these things will happen because we don't want to ask for help, assuming we do not know how they react if you ask for help, right or wrong.
Yes. Yes.
So there will be so many points. So considering every point, we will be hesitant to ask for help, assistance. Even if there is a problem, we will tell there is no problem. But at the last minute, all points, whatever you hide, will be revealed. So you don't have to hide things. Express freely, talk freely, but make sure you're confident. You need to ensure you're confident to speak out in the meeting, explain whatever a requirement that they want to know from you, whatever information they need, you please share it. In a meeting, maybe some consultant will stand up or he will say that I am testing this, I need some input from FICO. We need to discuss a process about sales, but client is giving a different thing, but I don't know how it will affect finance, how it will affect accounting. Then don't keep quiet and then see what they're discussing. You have to stand up and then say, what is the requirement? Okay, discuss with me. Okay, when you go to the client next time, when you have a meeting, please invite me also to the meeting. You cannot keep quiet, right? You're getting my point?
Yeah,
Some
Sanjay.
discussion is happening. In this discussion, some points related to accounting and finance are raised. You need to stand up or you need to raise your hand, say that, okay, please let me know what exactly you need or what clarification information you require. I'll be there to assist you. If you're keeping quiet, watching like all others, you are the one who is supposed to respond, and then you are watching show there. Everybody get to know you have no experience, correct or not?
Correct.
Nobody will get caught. Nobody, will get negative impression because of config. Everybody will get negative impression because of other than config. Because you are well prepared on config, you practiced so many times in config, right? So for sure you will manage in the config, but other than config, in a meeting, in a call, in the email, in the chat, in a general discussion, you need to ensure you are in a position to talk. If that is not there, difficult to survive in any project. If that is there, you can manage in any project, because config is complete offline task. In every company, you will get laptop or not.
Yes.
Company is a hostel, company is not a hostel. Is your company a hostel or not a hostel?
Not hostel.
Not a hostel, meaning you will not stay in company, right? Evening
Yes.
after your log out time, you go home. When you go home, as a consultant, you're allowed to take laptop or not to home,
We need to take the laptop.
We
right?
are allowed.
Now, whatever configuration requirement that you have, after going home, open your laptop and then work on it. Simple.
Yes.
Yes.
Then don't do any show in the office. Simply leave it. Don't Google, don't watch YouTube, all this. Don't do it. Do it at home, offline, where nobody says. Open YouTube on your big TV and then nicely sit with a tea, coffee, whatever you want, and then open and then play, see whatever you want. Who cares? Nobody cares. Because everybody knows config anybody can do. Even a fresher also can do the config, right?
Yes.
Because config is not a direct task. That is why they don't want freshers. Fresher will do what? Blindly they do the config. But do they need blind config, or they need config based on the requirement?
Config based on the
Everybody need config based on the requirement. Now they need somebody who understand the process, who understand the requirement, or they need somebody who can do the config. Who they want?
Who understand the business process.
Right? Any company anywhere in this world wants people who understand the process, who understand the requirement. Nobody wants the people who know the config, because it's a blind rule that if you're applying for a FICO consultant job, meaning you know the config. You don't need to tell me, correct or not?
Yes.
Am I right or not right? So that's a minimum requirement to become a consultant. You must be aware of config, and don't highlight only the config. It's just a 10% of your consulting a task. What percentage?
10%.
10 percentage only your config, and remaining 90% is other than config. If you focus more on this configuration, even if you put 100% effort, you are ending up only 10 percentage, right? 10 percentage will give any positive result, or it won't?
It won't.
It won't. That is the reason in the market, majority, if you see, people don't get job. You have seen or not? People tell I'm attending from last 6 months, last 1 year, last 3 months. I have given 20 interviews so far, but I'm not getting selected. But they know everything. Whatever you ask, they will tell you everything, point to point. T code, screen, everything they'll tell. Still, they don't get a job because they only know the config. Understood my point?
Yes.
These kind of mistakes you should not make. If you make this mistake, you will never know where you are going wrong. You will never understand why you are not getting job. But you know that you have very good understanding on the subject. You are very good at config, but still you don't get job. Meaning, whatever skill set is required, whatever people want from a consultant, this consulting skill set, consulting knowledge is what you are missing. And it is not something that you can practice. This is something that you have to develop, right? Whatever we are talking now, is there anything for you to practice, or it's only understanding?
Only
Understanding.
It's just understanding. Even if you read the Excel sheet, unless you understand, you don't get what is there in the sheet, right? Right? Meaning, it's all about your understanding. It's all about how you're connecting and how you're feeling comfortable, so that when you start configuring in the system tomorrow, you will apply this understanding and then do the config. That's where you think you work like a consultant. That is the reason we discussed in the last two sessions, right? When you log into the SAP, you will log in like a trainee, or you will log in like a consultant.
as a
Consultant.
right? You
Consultant.
will log in like a consultant, meaning you will not do any blind config. You understand the process, requirement, test cases, what will be done by who, at what stage, which activity will be done. Accordingly, you will move forward, meaning it will be a part of your fingertips. Tomorrow, if I tell, okay, do this config, you will not do it. You'll ask me, what is the requirement? Right? We are no longer kids, right? If I'm a kid, you can take me in the car and then you can take me wherever you want. I will be assuming that you are taking me for a rounds, right? Right or wrong?
Yes.
Right? If you are kids, what we'll do, okay, I have bike, I have car, or I have a cycle, or I'm just simply roaming here and there, I will tell, come, we'll go. You don't even ask where, you will simply join me, right? But now if somebody says, come, we'll go there, then you will ask me why. Correct or not? You'll directly go, or you will put question, why, what is the need? Then you will decide whether you need to go or not. Correct or right or wrong? You got my point?
Yes, sir.
If I ask you, come, let's go, will you directly come blindly, or you will ask where, why, and all?
We'll ask.
We will
You'll
ask
ask where, why,
questions.
because you have different other works also. Accordingly, you will see whether you need to go or you don't need to go. If you're idle, if you have nothing to do, if you have no other work and all, you will blindly go wherever I take. Right? This mindset, this approach should not be there. It's very dangerous. Especially for a FICO consultant, this is very, very dangerous thing. Make sure you don't get into this. Understand everything from the beginning. Accordingly, you act. Because understanding these points at the beginning is very tricky. Not something that you can practice, not something that you can connect with each other, right? Because this whole consulting, and it keeps on fluctuating company to company, project to project. If you at least have basic level of understanding, when you're in a project, you can easily manage. Understood, right?
Yes.
Because we cannot go speed also here. If I go speed, you will not understand anything. Now at least you're able to get to know what is what, at least half. And for you to get the clarity, it takes approximately 1 month of time. How much?
1 month.
1 month it will take for you to get that clarity. And it will take approximately 3 months for you to gain the confidence. How long?
3 months.
3 months it will take for you to gain confidence. Meaning, whatever you do, whatever you configure and all now, after 3 months, you will start understanding, okay, because of that, I did it. Oh, I did that day. 2 months back, I did this. Because of that only, this is happening. Okay, if I wanted to do it, I need to do that. Because you are now drawing a picture. It's only half done, right? We just started. So once you are coming towards the end, you will start understanding from the starting. Until then, you don't feel that you are learning something. So when you start realizing, okay, because of this I did, because of that I did, that's where you start connecting to what you have done. So don't think that I'm not understanding and all. You will not understand. That is what is SAP FICO. If you just like that understand, in the market, everybody is a consultant, correct or not? Right? It is not something that you can just like that understand. It requires time. After 3 months, you will start understanding what you are doing. Meaning, first 3 months, whatever you do is only to ensure that you are gaining the confidence. That's it. This confidence will come out after 3 months. The 3 month of effort, whatever you put, is very crucial. Clear for everyone?
Yes, sir.
After 3 months, you will start understanding why you are doing all this kind of a thing. There, if you put 1 week of effort, 1 month of effort, you will revise everything, you will practice everything within a month. For that, first 3 months you have to put effort. No shortcut, nothing, no other solution will work. You have to give it sufficient time. 3 months, it will be here and there. After 3 months, you will understand. From the beginning, you will understand after 3 months. Clear? Any questions so far? You're able to understand, right, what we're discussing?
Sir, one thing, so you are telling that once we take the business requirement and the special requirements and we do UAT and everything is success. So after that, user comes back with any other special request, so we will add or how?
Depending on the request. Certain things are minor cosmetic changes. You will do it. Certain
Okay.
thing will completely change the process. That you don't take. That will be taken as new requirement.
Oh, fresh requirement. Okay.
Fresh requirement. Depending on what change they want and what is the impact, what effort you require.
Okay.
If it's a small one, you will accommodate it. If it is a big one, complete process change and all, you will not accept it. Because that will affect your timeline, right? You cannot deliver on time.
Yes, on time. And cost also will vary. No?
Right. More than cost, delivery time is important.
Oh, the project will get delayed.
It get delayed. That will be a negative projection, right?
Okay. Yes.
If you tell cost, your client will tell, don't worry, you bill it, we will pay.
Okay. Thank you.
Right? But when you say that this will affect the time, then you will tell, okay, no.
Sure.
Because it all depends on the situation at what stage the requirement is coming, right?
Yes.
Let's assume that we are now going to a movie. Now time is 8:07. 8:30 is the movie. Possible? 8:30 is the movie time. Now we ordered something, we are already eating. But some dish you liked very much. You wanted to eat more. You place one more plate order. He says that it takes another 15 minutes.
It's
15 minutes
difficult.
meaning you don't have that much time, right?
To go to movie.
He is ready to do it. You're ready to pay. But for a problem is time, not the money.
Yeah. Yes. Fine.
Item is available, money is also available, but time is not available. You cannot delay it. And he cannot serve it immediately, right? Not
Yes.
possible.
Okay.
If it is a something ready-made item, no problem. You can have it. This is not something ready-made, right?
No.
Because they have already given you something. Because you liked, you're ordering one more plate. If the second plate is not as tasty as the first one, you will go and complain, right? No, it's not good.
Yes.
Quality is also important. So many points will come into the picture. That is why we don't accommodate these things.
Okay.
Depending, again, these are not fixed. Nothing is fixed. Everything based on the situation, based on the scenario, we need to act. Understand, right?
Bye.
All you need to ensure is you feel comfortable here. Whatever we're discussing, if you are able to feel comfortable, you are good to go. Because we're not discussing too much, right? We're discussing little only.
Yes.
And then we will consolidate with actual business process. Then we talk about GL, AP, how it will be there. We will discuss, we will write accounting, all this kind of a thing. Then we will do the config, meaning before you actually start your configuration, you will be seeing minimum 3 times the company code until posting. Minimum 3 times you will see while I configure in the system. Only after that you start configure the system. Not that tomorrow I will do the config, tomorrow you will repeat the config, nothing will happen. Because your observation, everything will happen during the session only. After that, when you start practicing the system, you're practicing like a consultant, no more experiment. Because initially, whatever you practice, whatever you do, for sure you try to sit for a long time, right?
Yes.
So
Yes, sir.
that time, whatever you invest at the beginning on the system, it has to be very quality time. No experiment, no unwanted errors and all. If you know clearly how you need to do, you can invest that quality time on practical consultant level thinking and all. You should work like a consultant. You should log into the system like a consultant. Then it becomes a practice. I don't know when you will practice, right? Somebody will practice morning, somebody will practice afternoon, somebody will do evening, somebody will do late night also, depending on their timing. Somebody will do whole day, right? Same thing, no other work. So somebody may not be working. They wanted to do as soon as possible, right? And if your effort is proper, no matter how you are doing, you will be not facing any problem. Understood, right? So once we come to this, we will be making the configurations. Once the configurations are done, the key topics, important topic, we will leisurely discuss on weekends, meaning Saturday, Sundays, wherever we will be consolidating certain topic, and then we will have sessions on those topics so that we can take dedicated sessions. So you will not be in a hurry to go to office and all, right? With peace of mind, you can sit 2 to 3 hours, understand the topic, and then accordingly you can do the practice. That way we will plan as we move forward, maybe after a month or so. For that, basic level practice configuration is very, very important from your end.
Sir, one small question. If our client is not that much extended to their business to countries, in that situation, are we supposed to explain them that SAP is not going to suit for them?
No. SAP is suit for everyone.
Okay.
Now you see in the market something called as public cloud, right?
Yes.
It is especially for the small companies. Small companies where they use Tally.
Yes.
Even those companies who will use a Tally can also come to SAP public cloud now.
So compared to QuickBooks, is this SAP is user friendly, sir?
User friendly. You can go live in SAP public cloud within 1 month also.
Okay.
No config and all required. Just minimum things are required. It's all ready to use. SAP will take care of everything.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Meaning different points when we get to know as we move forward. When you are out in the market, you will stand confident, you will stand competitive, right? Otherwise, people will ask, have you worked on it, this, that, and all? You will end up telling, no idea, not worked, no experience on it. Because you're telling no, they will tell, no, I don't have job, right?
Right.
So this is a situation we should not get it. Make sure whatever you're learning, whatever effort you're putting will give you job tomorrow. All right, fine, then go through these points for today. I'll share the Excel sheet. Recordings I have already shared. I'm not sure if you have checked or not. If you have not checked, what you do, go to your Google Drive, refresh, click on the share with me, and then refresh it.
Sir, can
Ajay,
you
I
please
didn't
add
see
me to
Ajay.
Just
Yes.
probably I'll refresh my drive also again now. Just check after 10 to 15 minutes. I'll confirm, then you recheck. Okay.
I didn't receive the previous classes videos also. I mean the previous recordings.
That one only I'm talking about.
Can you please share the drive link also?
I'll put it. So what you do, make sure your Gmail ID is correct, whatever you have given there. I'll redo it now. Okay.
And
Yeah.
Ajay,
Oh,
can you please add me to the regular session group? Karthik here.
Yeah, I'll do it, Karthik.
Thank you.
Because I have to remove the different access and all, and then before I do it, I have to do different other things. That is the point.
Okay, sure. Thank you. Thank you. Ajay.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Let me stop recording.